It's always fun when the big brown truck comes and drops off boxes, and we just got our freshly restored dash pad back from Just Dashes. The original dashboard was a disaster. The car was stored with no glass in the windows, you know, and it was 40 years old, and it was, you know, cracked and faded out, and it really just kind of looked like hell. And the bummer was there was no repro dash pad available for this particular car. So we decided to talk to the people at Just Dashes, because what they do is they take the original dash pad and then they strip off the hard, cracked, original plastic covering, and then they use a series of grinders and knives and probably all kinds of secret tools to strip off the old foam that's inside. And once they get down to the original structure, they use spray adhesives and some closed cell foam in the correct thickness, and they apply the foam in the correct places, and then the whole unit gets put into it's like a vacuum forming machine that shrinks and bonds a new correct grain vinyl cover over the original dash structure. So when it's finished, you end up with something that it is the same piece you sent in. So you know it fits, you know it's right, but now it's like brand new. And then they'll even go so far as to add the details of trim and other pieces to the final product. So we just got ours back, and this is kind of the fun part, to see what it looks like. Ooh. So what we've got is the correct texture of the vinyl covering, but no more cracks, perfect new sheen. We didn't have to dye it or anything like that, you know, and I don't know if you've gone through that experience before, but spraying aerosols on dash pads usually is always a recipe for disaster, because over the years people put silicone and Armor All kind of stuff on the dashes, and you can never get all that stuff out. When you spray something on it, it all fish eyes and looks like garbage. But this doesn't require any of that. I mean, it's like brand new. They added the polished trim piece through here. And you can see how tight that this vacuum process works. In these areas where the vents are, it's perfectly formed. Here's a little bit of piece that needed to be trimmed off there. And inside here, this is all the original plastic and metal inside there. So this is going to bolt right back in the car and fit perfectly like, you know, a new GM piece. So to keep this protected, I'm going to leave it in the shrink wrap until we're ready to, in the bubble wrap until we're ready to install it. But I think this is very cool, especially if you got a car where you can't get a reproduction dash pad. These guys also do door panels, and I think they do some consoles and a lot of plastic interior parts. They can make them look like new. So I recommend it, because this came out fantastic.